Whoever represents the other side from us, the other side from truth, whoever is doing that is going nuts right now. I mean, absolutely nuts. And it's not just about Candace Owens, it's about everybody. It's about the truth just closing in. You can only lie so much. Your story, especially stupid stories, can only go so far before people say, enough with this. Before people say, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. And that's what's happening now. It's at a level I never thought even possible. I enjoy this so much. So today, we're going to pick up a little bit from what we did today. And also in the interim. In fact, some of you may not have been following as to what has been said, how they're changing their minds, and how there is this rat's nest of liars, absolute prevaricators of the first stripe who were in charge of this. We'll get to that. We'll talk about Fauci. We'll talk about the usual suspect, Posobiec, probiotics, whatever his name is, Benny Johnson, and all the usual jadrules right here on this, the Wednesday evening version of this thing of ours. Oh my God, what a wonderful time. But first, my friends, let me say something right now. I want to just, out of every issue that I think, and in fact, the thing I always wanted to do first was, please let me, if I want to advertise or promote a particular topic, preparation, food prep, emergency food, generators, something is going to happen. You know this. We don't necessarily know how, but the storm clouds are here. And it's very critical that you be able to equip yourself with the supplies and the equipment and the emergency backup when you know what hits the fan. The world is about to explode. Wars expand, shipping lanes close, supply chains break, fuel and fertilizer prices surge, crops fail, power grids go down, and then you reach the grocery store and guess what? You find nothing left. Could you go 1 week without your local grocery store? A month? 6 months? That could never happen, right? No, famous last words. So what happens when there's a blackout or a cyber attack or a storm or a quarantine or a shelter in place, an order that traps you at home? Panic is not a plan. Preparation is. And I'm not talking about banana chips and beef jerky. My Patriot Supply's 6-month emergency food supply provides you right now with more than 2,000 calories a day, 22 meal varieties, and food designated to last up to 25 years. Call it conspiracy theory or tinfoil prepper lunacy. You know I'm right. I know I'm right. Save $250 right now. Click the link below. Prepare with Lionel now. My friends, today, I don't know if you caught this, but the lies, and the lies coming from so many levels. It's not all Erika. It's not all TPUSA. It's coming from, it's a coordinated effort from the people who are responsible for the demise of Dispatch, the end of Charlie, the people who kind of run the show, and you're being hit with this, and whenever you say, "Wait a minute, that doesn't seem to make any sense," aha, you're crazy. Do you have any friends of yours or people that you know where you don't want to tell them about or even discuss the Charlie case or Candace or whatever? Do you have people who themselves are caught up in this and they feel like this need to destroy Tyler? And you're saying, would you like to see some of the evidence? It was incredible. Tonight, Candace was talking about Charlie maybe not even being buried. Maybe it was a mock burial by virtue of one of the information that she heard from somebody. Oh yeah, maybe he was cremated. I don't. Why? Nothing makes any sense. Nothing seems, they can't tell the truth. If you want to cremate him, fine. I think that sort of goes against maybe I don't know what the thoughts were. And a lot of religions today, they realize it's not necessarily a problem per se. I don't know. But why pretend it's not? Why would Erika decide? He goes, just this one thing. Can you just leave us alone? And Candace brought up a very good point. She goes, every single person who's ever been alive, you know where John Kennedy Jr. is buried. You know where Jim Morrison's buried. You know where everybody's buried. There's this burial, what am I trying to say? This online site where you can find anybody, gangsters, politicians, presidents. Hell, you can go to Philadelphia and see Benjamin Franklin and this one particular place where they're buried, including one of my heroes, Tench Cox, the father of the American militia. Everybody's there. So this doesn't even make any sense. None of it makes any sense. And I don't know about you, but aren't you getting tired of being lied to? Aren't you getting tired where you're saying, wait a minute, aren't you tired? By the way, mock doesn't really make sense. You know, sometimes mock burials. Sometimes people, as you know, they have a kind of a service, but they're going to be cremated. And you have somebody there, and you say, okay, there's an event, and whatever it is. By the way, I find the whole death thing to be so ghoulish, so horrible, so terrible. My wife and I have an agreement. We just very simply this: cremate me, and I want you and whoever needs to say, there he is, so that there's a cessation, so that okay. Really, if you know what the reason, then not closure, and that's it. No visitation, no nothing. No open casket, nothing. In fact, if you could just wave, I love the way the Orthodox Jews do it. They just do it that same day. You've got to go in the ground that day. So I'm the worst person to ask when it comes to that in the first place. But I respect people. I respect people for what they want, what they think is important. And if there was either a mock burial or some type of a formal kind of a goodbye, look at Lindsey Graham. He sure as hell had a funeral or whatever. I mean, did you hear Sean Hannity talk about him? Like, it's like, is this the same guy? Look, it could have been a friend, but if ever there was a ghoulish war hawk who might have been responsible for more theoretical or actual American death, is this guy. I don't understand this. I don't know how death cleanses people from their anyway. I don't want to go into that. So let's do this. Let's go through a few things. This is a particular thing that Candace, bless her heart, was talking about, and this is the video that we were talking about today. Let's go over this again. And by the by, now they're saying, oh, that's not the only one. How do I know about Chipley, Florida? Oh, I know, because I'm from Florida. What are you talking about? Thank you. I'm from Florida. Chipley, Snaith, 2-egg, Sop Choppy, the Notasaza, Withlacoochee, Patasaki, Micanopy, Bartow, Polk County, Lakeland, that's Grady Judd Company. Oh, man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Come on, man. But thank you there, Flatten the Curve. Flatten the Curve. How come, I'm a good old boy. My mama loves me. But she don't understand. They keep showing my hands and my face on TV. Hey! All right, my friends. This is the video
that he has in the footage is completely removed. So
she's talking about the limp. I'm sorry. This one particular part is cut off just a tad. One more time.
This limp that he has in the footage is completely removed. So let's watch that.
Watch this. Now, hang on now. Now I want you to see, in case you haven't seen it before. This is the clearest daggone pictures of Charlie, nabbit, of Tyler Robinson you ever seen. This is as clear as day. This is limp. This is lucid. Limpid. The clarity is overwhelming. Now look at your bottom left corner and prepare to be wowed when you see this absolutely perfect figure, and you say, that's him. That's him. Watch it. Watch it. There he is. See that? Dead ringer. Dead ringer. Dead ringer. There he is. He's moving. He's running. He's running. Why would you even have to run? Why even cause it? What, I mean, you're on a roof. Why call attention to yourself? Why somebody, hey, is that a guy running? What if somebody's like on a roof? They go, oh, maybe he's checking things out. In any event, this is the clear 4K, crystal clear video.
Okay.
Now watch this. This is very interesting right now. Watch this right around here. Now this is good.
Now what happens next is exactly as my source stipulated. Our rooftop guy begins a tactical crawl. It's
called a tactical crawl. And I guarantee you, after a few drinks, I've done a few tactical crawls in my day. Yeah, buddy. Call it commode hugging. Yeah, I'll tell you what, serpentine.
Actually known in the military as a lateral crawl. Let's watch that.
Now, hang on. There we go. Why is he doing that?
There.
Well, because he's at the end. He's getting towards that lip. Why is he doing that? I don't know. You know that guy pixelated, what's his name? Pixelated tactical, whatever his name is. He said, babies do that. Babies crawl like that too. It's like, okay, nice try there, Tiger.
He goes. And I actually do want to show you side by side so you can actually see a real military man do that alongside this person on the rooftop. Let's bring in that side by side clip. Here we go. That general action right there is known as a lateral crawl.
I don't know why we need to teach somebody that. I think somebody just say just crawl, but anywho.
Now, you may have noted, if you're just looking at your eyes, some sort of a flash that just took place.
Now, hang on. We got to the bottom of this one. Our good friend Cassia from Daily Freddo cleared up that one. Go ahead.
Right. We're going to show you that slow down and just kind of discuss this. We've gone back and forth here. What is that? Is he pulling something out? Is it like a signal mirror? Is it a flag? Was it already on Losey Center? Is it actually something that's in the background that's just catching weird? Is it a car? And we're just thinking that we see this flash, but we're just going to show you that so that it's clear.
Watch this.
Back and forth flash there while he's military crawling. Here we go.
See that? What was that? See that? What was that? What was that? What do you think that was? Well, believe it or not, we'll show it to you again. It was actually the reflection of a car. And when I saw her slow it down, the first time when I heard this morning, I said, you got to be out of your mind. And I even sent a tweet out to Cassia. She thanked me. I said, she's spot on with this one.
There, and we're running that back and forth there.
Now, when you see it slow down, that looks absolutely positively like a flash of something. But there is a car. There are a bunch of flashes to the right, which I don't see now, but other people have later. So it's pretty certain it was indeed the reflection of a window, or a mirror of a window. Doesn't seem like it, but it's true.
Okay, so you now have that.
But I sure as hell said that son of a bitch has got a damn mirror. Hell, the guy's serpentining all over the place and doing that partial crawl. I said, put the damn mirror down. That'll get attention to yourself. What are you doing? Sending a signal? That defeats the purpose. Come on, sleuth. Come on, boy. And by the way, did he change clothes? We don't know yet.
Next up, what you are going to see is that it's going to look as though, as he gets into position and completes this lateral crawl, that he thrusts something forward in a way that my brain told me it looked like he was unfolding,
like a sleeping bag, like it was rolling out, or clothes or something. But it rolls out like he's throwing this thing up. You'll see.
A gun. Truly, that's what my brain told me. Maybe it's because I had this guy and told me about how fold they are. I don't know, but it's not definitive. That's me narrating. I'm happy for people to disagree and debate what is seen. But let's just watch that portion here.
Watch
There we
it.
go. Something forward, and we can watch that again. Something
there it
forward.
goes.
Again.
Bloop.
But more importantly than what we see here is what we're not going to see here. So remember, this is supposed to be a German 98 Mauser family heirloom gun used during.
And that may not even be the gun. Somebody said there might be like a replica or something. I don't know. We'll see. Now look at this thing. Try breaking that thing apart, sticking that down your pants. Good luck with that.
World War I and World War II. That'll effectively take your shoulder out when it's fired. Even the newer models, if you go watch people shooting, they're like, oh, my shoulder. And if you're looking through a scope, as he allegedly was, you might even expect a black eye. You will recall that the guy who recorded the footage specifically told us that he saw no recoil. That's pretty crucial. He just saw the guy get up and run. And that would be, I would argue, or a lawyer in court, that would be impossible for this specific make and model of gun. So let's watch and see if we, with our eyes, can observe some sort of a kickback. And again, I have to apologize. This is not like Benny Johnson 4K footage, but it's at least clear enough here on your screen that you would be able to discern a strong kickback on a gun from somebody who's just laying down taking a shot. So I'm going to let this run. It's about 50 seconds. And you just let me know if at any point you see that before he gets up and breaks into a sprint. Take a look. There you go. That's that unfolding again. And by the way, if you are listening to this in audio, this is one of these episodes that you actually do have to go watch. So you will have to pivot over to YouTube, to Spotify, somewhere that provides the video, because this is not something that we could just produce on an audio podcast here, unfortunately. But this is going to run. We did have to obviously zoom in and push out those Fed timestamps, but see here, I have 10 more seconds here. Okay, he is up. Anybody?
What do you think?
Anybody see a recoil? I didn't.
Now the recoil, okay, not sure if you would have had a recoil, not sure if that's even, don't know anything about that. I don't know if it's interesting. These recoils, sometimes there is a little bit of something, even like a Barrett, those 50 caliber things. I don't know. You're also going to hear people say, that's not where it was. That's another one. That's not the site, or there's other film, or there's a whatever. Isn't that interesting? What's so fascinating is that we are the only ones even remotely discussing this. It's a fascinating issue, to be sure. Absolutely fascinating.
Let's actually put that footage all together uninterrupted. Here we go.
Watch this.
For you guys to watch. He comes running on to the rooftop. What we know definitively is he gets down into what is known as a lateral military crawl. He begins that crawl over to the right first, and then to the left. We see a quick flash. We are not sure what that flash is. Actually, this looks like, I'm not going to read into it. There's that throw forward. I say fold forward. You can say throw forward, but that's definitely something being flung forward, getting into position. And here we wait for what we expect to be some sort of a kickback. Must have been when our source began recording from the side of a low-C building and said, oh, I just saw someone get up there. He's got a gun.
What do you think? What do you think?
And he's up. And he's gone.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Now, we can sit here. First, does it matter? Yeah. Do you think that's Tyler? No. Who is that? I don't know. Do you think it's somebody else? Don't know. Do you think, what? I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. Is that the 4K? Is that what they're talking about? They're saying, oh, no, it wasn't. It was so clear. What is this clear stuff? Remember, my particular point of view is from the viewpoint of Tyler. And just so that, does he? What does that mean? I don't know. It could be a decoy. It could be a, I don't know. It's like, okay, it's interesting. If the thing I want to know is this the video you saw? If it is this it? Is this it? If not, then what the hell is this? But it doesn't matter. Where did this come from? And let's talk about it anyway. Who is up there? If that's not Tyler, and if that's not the video they saw, well, what is this? Who is this? Is this a decoy? What was that? Let's go back and listen. Listen to some of the folks. Listen to some of the people and their particular version of what happened, and listen to their absolute clarity and how sure they were that this was indeed, at least what they saw, was very clear.
Guys, I'm not gonna mince words. All right.
First, he acts like this is the worst thing anybody's ever seen. Again, I said, what are you saying? But then he's got that look. He's got the perpetual funja look on his face.
I'm going to be blunt because it deserves it, and I'm just going to say what it was.
Say it.
You see him shooting Charlie. You see him executing Charlie.
Now, that must be a different video. It's got to be a different video because what we just saw, I don't know what that one was. I couldn't even tell what that was. That could be Loch Ness Monster. It could be Yeti. I have no idea.
You see him take the shot. And so you've seen the video. And Blake, I know you were there, man. And it was like watching Charlie die all over again, seeing this video.
Yeah.
It's the most damning thing I've seen all week.
Damning?
For Tyler Robinson.
Okay.
With the zoom in, it just changes everything. It's like,
and you got to ask yourself, zooming in, if you zoom in and something is pixelated, the zooming in is lost. Years ago, when they were doing the Roswell, remember Jesse Marcel was the intel officer who caught the was there when they collected the remnants of the crash and all this. He had something in his hand. It was a memo. It was a newspaper, something. And because it was film, they could zoom in almost indefinitely, and they could read what it was. When you have something that's digital and you zoom in, as you know, it turns into these pixels. It's just kind of like a newspaper used to be. And you get this. So I don't know what this zooming in was. Again, we don't know. We don't know. He saw it. But isn't this something there seemed to be? He never seems very sure of what he's saying. Just the way he speaks. It's the way he speaks.
It's like watching a completely different video, because the one that zoomed out, you can't even see anything. This one, he walks up, it's just like the officer said earlier in the, I guess it was day one, that he walks up over the guardrail, goes down, and you could see him kind of working on something, and it's, I believe that's when he was assembling the rifle. He then stands up. He runs very quickly across the gravel roof.
Sounds like it.
To the edge, and then when he gets to the edge, you see him go down,
Right.
and he's in the prone position, and it's, they have this clock, like the timestamp that's up, and it's 12:20. I think it's 12:21, 12:22 when he first gets there, and I'm just sitting there like, stop the clock, like don't. Like trying to will time to stop. Like, don't get to 12:23. Like, just don't get to 12:23. And he gets to 12:23, and you see him take the shot, and he gets back up, and then he runs across, and you've seen the end of it already, where he makes the jump. But
okay, so I don't know. We'll see. Steve Boland said, "Did you ever see a gun? I didn't see a gun. I didn't see hardly anything. I can't figure out what that backpack was, what that bedroll was, whatever. I don't see anything. I don't see a gun. And normally a gun, you see a rifle barrel or something. I don't know. But even if I did, who is that? You mean to tell me there's another video? It sounded kind of like what we saw. I don't know." Now, Benny Johnson, but Benny and the Jets. Benny was even more sure. He absolutely is very clear when it came to this.
And what they played for us in the courthouse atomized all theories about what may or may not have gone on that day. Gone up in smoke. Evaporated.
Why?
Because as you can see, and as the prosecution has already stated to the court, there is high definition 4K video.
4K.
They played for us and us alone. They told the media to turn
high
off their cameras.
Definition 4K.
This was just a presentation for the family of the full state's high definition evidence. All that you've seen right here.
High
Go ahead and
definition.
put up the Tyler UVU footage full. Put that up, please, next to me when you got it. Thank you. So what you've seen is a camera that has a throw of about 100 feet. So this is a camera filming, already zoomed in, filming a screen that is not really a high definition screen. It's just a courthouse screen. It's already distorted because you're not seeing the full video. You're just not seeing the screen. Like, you're not seeing the asset play fully. And it's filmed from far away. And this isn't the full enhanced or high definition.
Don't you want to know who has high definition films anyway? Who has high definition film? I don't look. If you're the prosecutor, show everybody. Why are you hiding it? I know it's a probable cause hearing. I know that. Let the whole world see, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. Oh my God. Watch it. What I mean, it's the most incredible thing in the world. Oh my God. Tyler, we got to plead. We're dead. It'll change everything. Public opinion. People will be going up to Erika. I'm sorry. Candace Owens, why you? But no, they don't want you to see this because they're talking about this being so clear. So, and a high definition, just an HD camera that caught somebody on a roof. And where would that camera be? From the back? Where? Look, show us. I can sit here all day with you. We can imagine what it was. We can say, we don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. But so far, this case, so much of it just stinks. Now, here's the bottom line. And I'm going to tell you what I told everybody else. And I've been saying since day one. I don't care if you've got a picture of him with a rifle, a bazooka, or whoever this person is. You can't prove that that rifle or whatever you say was their rifle hit him. What if he's on the, let me be crazy for a moment. What if he's on the roof, he fires a weapon, and you find stab wounds in Charlie? You go, wait a minute, this is a knife. Yeah, but he shot him. Excuse me, did you hear what I said? This is a knife. The two aren't connected. Like this is not connected. Like a lint brush is not connected. So what difference does it make? There was dust, dirt, grime, whatever, in the barrel, dust. You can't fire something and there's dust. We don't even know, we still don't know whether it was even tested. Why didn't the dogs find it? So remember, all of this stuff means nothing. Nothing. If there was evidence that Tyler missed, but he was hit by something, that wouldn't mean anything either. Even though he's on the roof and he's running, no, he missed his, let's say his gun jammed and another gun went off. Or he was on the roof. Excuse me, he was on the roof, but he didn't shoot. He didn't do anything. Or maybe he looked like he shot. I don't know. All of this, right? Put it this way. A lot of people are saying to themselves, this isn't coming out, is it? Yeah. What happens? What happens if somebody says, no, let's assume, no, that's it. What? No, that's it. Again, we don't know this, but let's assume somebody says, that video you just saw from Candace, yeah, that's the one we showed in the courthouse. That's the one that freaked everybody out. That was it. That's the 4K HD? Yeah. That's the only one we had. How many cameras, there would have to be from behind. How many cameras are there? I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. So if there's another one, and if you've got a picture of Tyler Robinson actually do one, then you get that son of a bitch. Do it. But something tells me they're not going to do it. Something tells me that maybe in the embellishment, maybe when somebody says, oh no, that's the right, that's him, all right. Oh, okay. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know. That's the part which is the most interesting. And what's out of all of this is that we don't know anything. But let me just tell you something. If in the event, this is the only, if that is it, if that is it, if what we saw was what Posobiec was talking about, what DeBenny was talking about, what everybody's talking about, if that's the 4K HD high definition, clear as day, then can you imagine that? Can you, I mean, I hope for their sake, no, that's not it. I hope there's this absolute, I mean, Hasselblad, moon landing clarity. Because if it's not, what are they going to say? Say, why did you say that? And when Erika talks about defaming, what is it? Not defame, throwing the jury or whatever, you've got to be kidding me. When she talks about, and others talk about loading the jury, swaying the jury, contaminating the jury, this contaminates the jury also too, because you're telling everybody that's it. It's just, and when somebody goes on TV, if you were, and I don't know if this would ever, let's assume, for the sake of argument, let's assume that Posobiec, Proboscis, whatever, gets on TV along with Benny. Let's assume they didn't say anything. They just want to go on and talk about this. I'm not saying they did, but let's, for the sake of argument, say this. Okay, assume arguendo they did. Is that grounds for anything? No, because you're just a person giving your opinion, and you think, okay, well, that's it. But you've got to ask yourself, why are you doing this? You don't think that could throw a potential jury pool? You don't think that could contaminate? If you're worried about, if the other people are worried about contaminating a potential jury pool, you don't think that could do it? You really, seriously, you don't? I mean, does anybody not? Are you kidding me? And by the way, I don't believe any of this stuff. I don't believe anything. By the way, Republic Tea Room says, thank you for what does it say? Thank you for everything you do. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. This is just wild. See, this is like this, but what about this? I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? So just so that everybody knows, number one, we always have to reiterate, we don't know what happened. I have never, and I have been very, very clear about this, I have never thought that, and I'll say it again, that anybody from TPUSA or Erika had anything to do with this. There's no evidence of it. They could, but there's no evidence. I don't know where it is. Maybe you know. Maybe you heard a conversation. Maybe somebody along the way. So far, there's nothing at all about them. And you can suspect anything you want. You can think about a lot of people. But Israel, Russia, CIA, you can get Lindsey Graham. You can think about anybody you want. You can suspect anybody you want. You can suspect it. But to think that that's proof of anything, no. Absolutely not. That's not proof of anything. Okay, that being said, this is getting better and better and better. And it's crawling along at a level I can't figure out. Maybe you can, but I can't. It is beyond fascinating. That's all we're saying. It's all we're saying. That's it. Any good commenters I should read about? I haven't been looking at this. We haven't had any. You call them trolls. I don't think they're trolls. Some people just may disagree. Anybody good here that we like to bring up? Anybody particular? Anybody? There's somebody here by the name of Rick. Is Rick bothering somebody? Not bothering somebody. Everybody's got their own opinion. Is there anybody I should be looking to? Any names? Anybody in particular? You might want to alert me of such. Yeah, hit the like button. Yes, thank you very much. I like that. Hit the like button. Oh, the great Paulie Cigars. I miss you, brother. This man. I got to come see you. My wife and I got to come see you. I got to talk to you. Anyway, Rick Jackson, I'm being respectful. That's okay. Look, all I know is simply this. We're sitting back and we're just watching. And listen, you can think whatever you want. Just be respectful. That's all you want. I don't care if anybody thinks or whatever it is. But so far, this is just so fascinating. And why is it so much like pulling eye teeth? Does this make any sense? Does this make any sense to you? It's unbelievable. Olive bread. Oh my God. Madonia's Bakery. Oh my God. My friends, we have had such a day today. I have been on so many different groups and things and doing a lot of production work, some other matters. A very, very, very huge day. I'm going to sit back and try to observe and to absorb everything. Is there anything in particular? If there's anything new, I don't want to get to the point where I'm just regurgitating things. Sometimes just to regurgitate them, unless there's a new take. The Fauci case, I don't want to say bores me, but I despise him. I despise him with such a passion. I don't even want to hear his voice. Let me just say this. That's all. That's all. I can't take it. South had a crap day yesterday. What happened, South? South Aussie girl. What happened? What happened to your day? Today was a weird day, wasn't it? Very, very strange. We've been hearing here in New York about the most torrential, the most horrible, the most terrible, awful, terrible, horrible rain that's coming. It's going to be floods like you can't believe it. I never came. I mean, I'm glad. But it's weird. It's just so incredibly strange. The screwdriver story. Don't know about that either. I have no idea. Anyway, my friends, you were wonderful today. We are wonderful. Terrible rain in Florida. Well, in Florida, it's always raining. I want to thank you so very much for being a part of us, for being a part of our effort tonight. Why is it so difficult just to get to the truth? Why? Maybe you could help me. In any event, I want to thank you so much. Please do me a favor. Please like this video. Please hit that little bell so you're notified always of live streams and new videos. Very, very important. And make sure you remain subscribed to Lionel Nation. We have plenty of we have also shorts and all kinds of comp things that pop up. And anyway, so much great stuff. I want to thank you. Have, my friends, a great and a beautiful and a deliriously splendid night. Until you and I meet again. 'Tis I, your new best friend Lionel, reminding you the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya.